Peace be with you, my people. Welcome to today's business insights from Bible Stories. Today's Bible story is titled Joshua and the Israelites. Alright, when Joshua turned 110 years, he's supposed to hand over his mantle of leadership to another person. So he called all the tribes of Israel together and advised them that they could see how God has been faithful to them in taking care of them, granting them victories over their enemies. And he warned them sternly to be attuned to God's commandments. That if they want to always be victorious in whatever they do, they should always be faithful to God. And told them that as for him and his family, they will always serve only God, the living God. And they promised him that they will always be faithful, that they will not deviate from doing God's will. Of course, human promises always fail. After that, the Israelites did not keep to their promises because Joshua died and the Israelites started getting involved with other tribes in the Canaan land, started getting married to their daughters, and started mixing, forgetting their true God who saved them, who has been faithful to them. And God allowed them to be captured by their enemies. Then he wrote some other judges, and one of them is Ehud. Ehud was chosen by God as one of the judges to lead the Israelites and grant them victory over the other tribes like Moabites and Amalekites and so many of them that they face in battle. What are the business insights here? When you are faithful to God's commandments, he will always be faithful to you and he'll grant you victories. And Ehud had what we call emotional intelligence. This is one of the business skills every successful person should have. What do we mean by emotional intelligence? It's a multiple skills that involves you being aware of your emotions. Let's see it in terms of your weaknesses, your strengths, the opportunities you have, and not just for yourself. At the same time, also bearing in mind that you are dealing with other human beings with emotions and using it effectively. There are 5 aspects of it, namely self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, social skills, and self-motivation. Okay, let's look at these skills one after the other. Self-awareness. Ehud knew he was left-handed, and he told the king Eglon that he has a secret message for him. And King Eglon decided to take him to his private room and lock up the door. And Ehud reached out and captured his sword, and he was able to kill the king and delivered his people from that monstrous king. As a business person, you should know your weaknesses. You should be aware of what triggers your emotion and be careful how you are dealing with your customers. The second one is what we call self-regulation. When you are aware of your weaknesses, your strengths, you will be able to know how you are dealing with your customers. For instance, if customers come with complaints, oh, this goods I bought from you the other day did not meet up the expectations, you will be able to know what can trigger you from destructive emotions and how you react. And you will be able to, help them out and even advise them on other ways of using that product effectively. The third one is empathy. How do you put yourself in the shoes of your customers? Yes, because we are all consumers. Even though you are producing certain products, but at one point or another, you go to other people's shop to purchase their own products. How do you feel if what you're expecting to get from those products is not what you get? So the same way, when your customers come complaining, please put yourself in their shoes. And that skill is very good when you're running business. And if you want to be successful in business, you should have it. Then there's another one we call social skills. How do you communicate with your customers? Did they see gratitude? Did they see compassion? Did they see, did they feel at home? Yes, it may surprise you to know there are some customers that will come to purchase certain things, but they're actually looking for somebody to talk to, not just for the product they are purchasing. And when you give them this listening ear, you have solved half of their problems. So acquire that social skill. There are so many of them. Then we have the last one is self-motivation. Are you always running your business just because of profits? No, it shouldn't be like that. There should be something, internally motivating you every day to always do what is right, to always produce the high standard products, not just for the products. And that is what we call self-motivation, to serve God through your products and through the services you are rendering. I know you have acquired value from today's business insights. Please keep ordering for your products that has been displayed on the screen. Like, share with your friends, and subscribe and follow for more business insights. I still remain your humble host, Dr. Mrs. Oliboho Pamarachi.